With over 8,000 plus graduates, Galvanize and Hack Reactor are leading the industry in data science and software engineering education. In this series, we interview students in depth on their educational journey. This is Decode, my coding bootcamp story.
Welcome to Decode, my coding bootcamp story. Today, we are interviewing Ryan Ferrer, who graduated from our Hack Reactor Software Engineering Immersive program. So, let's get started. Ryan, what was your background before you came to Hack Reactor, and what inspired you to learn to code?
Hey, Sam. My background before I came into Hack Reactor, I held an Associate of Science degree in chemistry. But before all that, I was really into computers, which had been a field I found pretty difficult to get into because it was such a scarce class to enroll in, both high school and college. They were kind of rare to find in my city, and typically they were reserved for those in high school. But, that didn't stop me. I really wanted to get into it and kind of mosey into game development. And that's kind of where I found out how much I really like to code. So being an online gaming fanatic almost all my life, I took the step into developing my own MMORPG in high school. And for those of you that don't know what an MMORPG is, it's an online video game like World of Warcraft or RuneScape. And so I developed a game with some friends called Spellbiter Online. And since then, I've wanted to learn more about how code makes a game and how code connects people through the internet.
You earned your Associate Science in Chemistry after taking that interest, and obviously have since graduated with that software engineering knowledge at Hack Reactor. Did any of your chemistry knowledge come into play while you were learning to become a software engineer?
Oh, absolutely. So when I was conducting chemistry research at my college, it was a standard to have applied the scientific method to all of our thinking, from synthesis to reactions. And I apply that scientific method to everything I do, toy problems, real-world applications, or learning new technologies for both my personal projects or my clients' projects.
Mm-hmm. With that scientific method in mind, obviously, biology teams, chemistry teams, there's a lot of people on there. During that software engineering program, would you say you worked better alone or better as a team?
As a team, by far. I found that I was able to work a lot better with a team. And to go a bit deeper into that, I felt more of a connection when working with my cohort mates, especially knowing that a handful of us had come from backgrounds completely different from computer science. So it gave us all moments to shine by demonstrating how each of us thought of solutions differently. And to answer a bit about the parallels to chemistry and software engineering, in organic chemistry, there are hundreds of different ways to create a product. And that's what I see every day. There's a product, there's a solution we need to get to, and there's so many ways to go about it. And, it's really great to see those different angles of attacks to come up with that solution.
Out of all the projects you've worked on so far, would you say you have a favorite?
The project that comes to mind first and foremost was working on Bridge and Haven for my sister. It was a project that helped me connect people to the help and resources they need. My sister ran a private practice for couples therapy, so I felt like I really made an impact being able to connect people that way, and also to help gain experience in helping a business grow, whether it's a family business. It was really impactful to be able to bring a business up and running, whether it's a family business or a startup.
As a software engineer and, going back into science, I think it's often very common to have a problem or a project that you start and you just never quite get around to finishing it. Do you have a favorite project that you've kind of started but not quite finished?
Yeah, there's this one project I have super early in development. And to go back to my video game roots, a project I aspire to finish the most is called Project Brave Beetle. It's just a placeholder name for now, but the idea behind Brave Beetle is to connect competitive players, whatever game you're playing, to a leaderboard for custom tournaments. Whether they're local or citywide tournaments, or they're just in-house with your friends for the weekend, or custom game modes. Not every game likes to bend the rules. So it's kind of fun to spice it up a little bit and have people make up their own tournaments with their own rules.
Yeah.
And so I still continue to jot down ideas as I go, but that's kind of the direction I'm heading to take this project.
Since you graduated, you became a freelancer and you've been starting a number of different projects. I wanted to ask, has your learning process changed at all in that process?
Well, since graduating Hack Reactor and becoming a freelancer, my learning process has changed slightly. When I'm not taking up a contract, I tend to go more in depth for longer periods of time on topics I know. And while I'm at it, try to pick up skills as I go. This helps me to prepare for later job interviews or contracts, and to put more skills down on my resume. As far as new skills, absolutely, there are tons. But the one that I'll pick that's most important for me is time management. Because when you take up a contract, especially having worked remotely like I am right now, you're completely responsible for your time. And as flexible as the hours may seem to be, it is important that you remember that you still have a project to carry through. So yeah, time management, absolutely by far. Most important skill I've picked up since Hack Reactor.
That's awesome. So obviously time management's a very important thing, but beyond that, do you have any advice for people who are interested in becoming a software engineer?
Yeah, so for those of you out there that are doing your best to become software engineers, hang in there. Have patience. Learning how to develop software and engineer them, or engineer ideas into solutions, take a lot of time and practice. And there's also this one quote that I'd like to share from a teacher of mine in high school. If you plan your work and work your plan will work. And as silly as that may sound, it has helped me a long way when I was going through the program, from planning my free time to planning out my projects and, more importantly, planning out my job search and my career. So yeah, it's really carried me through my entire career. And so I thought it'd be useful for some of the viewers out there that are interested in this field.
And that even goes right back into that scientific method thing. I love the planning element. Well, Ryan, thanks so much for joining us today, and I wish you all the best in the next steps of your software engineering journey.
Thank you so much, Sam, and thanks for having me on here.
Thanks for joining us. This has been Decode, my coding bootcamp story. If you would like to know more about our programs, please visit galvanize.com or email us at admissions@galvanize.com.